is no shampoo that will stop hair fall. The end. Let me tell you why. Hello and welcome to the world of Craig. Yes, that's me, I'm Craig, and this is my channel where we get into all things hair and sometimes a little bit of beauty. Hair fall shampoos. I get asked on the daily, in the comments, in DMs, what shampoo stops hair fall? There isn't a shampoo that stops your hair from coming out, and I'm going to explain to you why. So that's enough of an intro. Let's get straight into it. Of course, to mention, if you enjoy this and find it helpful, the more you engage with this video, the more people will see it. And that I appreciate that muchly because I love my community over here on YouTube. You folks are amazing. And just to mention, I do have a couple of videos that might be of interest to you. I have one about hair loss serums. I will link that in the description. And I feel very muchly about them the same way that I do about what I'm talking in this video. And then also I have one about my own hair loss journey, which I'll pop in the description. Have a good look around my channel once you have watched this. Thank you. Now, what causes us to lose hair? So many different factors. Hair grows in cycles. Okay, so at any one stage, without getting very sciencey, otherwise the video will be too long, and you can Google this to check it all, it grows in different cycles. And at any one point, you've got hair that's resting, you've got hair that's growing, and you've got hair that is falling out. And that is basically the cycle of the hair. Many, many things have an impact on that. Our bodies are governed by our hormones. Hormones are very tricky things because so many things have an impact. Lifestyle, diet. If you want to retain your hair and you're worried about hair fall, I would really strongly recommend that you do not smoke or vape because that can be very detrimental to the hair. It can restrict blood flow. We know that nicotine can cause slow down blood flow. So that's what you don't want. You know, things like your diet. Do you eat lots of fresh food and lots of unprocessed food? That can have an impact on your hormone system. We've all been through a really funky time in our lifetime in that a lot of us got the COVID virus. That can have an impact because it knocks your hormones. Do you have a very busy lifestyle and you're constantly rushing from one thing to the next? That can have an impact. So it's impossible to pinpoint without doing blood work or seeing a doctor what it could be that is making your hair fall. And it's such a huge thing. I know it is because so many people are asking me the question. So obviously marketing teams are aware of that, and therefore, they're making claims about products that actually might not do very much. There are certain things which we will talk about later on in the video, of course, that can support healthy hair. But if there was a product that you could buy from the drugstore that would stop your hair from falling out, it would cost thousands of pounds, and that product just doesn't exist yet. So what is there out there for us that could help? That's kind of at the drugstore, that's not going to cost us thousands and thousands of pounds, and that does have some scientific data behind it. I will just add at this point, and I do mention it very, very much, I do mention it a lot, when you're at the drugstore and if something is promising you to stop your hair from falling out or make your hair grow, trust me, there isn't anything that will do that, that's a cosmetic product, if you like. But always look at the asterisks, the small print, because often those products, what they're doing is they're stopping hair from breaking off by providing slipperiness through things like amidamethicone and oils that might give you slipper manageability. And trust me, when you look at the small print and the asterisk, that's what it is telling you. But they're allowed to say with the marketing that it is stopping hair from falling because the hair isn't breaking off. But there is a couple of things that could help with scalp health generally. And the first one is Nizoral shampoo. Now you're seeing this a lot in short form content and people are saying it's the cure all for hair loss and it will stop you losing your hair. That's not true. But Nizoral contains ketoconazole, and that is a really great ingredient for getting rid of microbes on the scalp that can cause irritation and inflammation. I use Nizoral sometimes because my scalp gets very itchy. Do I think it's made me retain any hair? No. Do I think it's made my hair get thicker? No. It's really, really good at what it does. It kills off the microbes, so it means that your scalp, and it cleanses the scalp very efficiently, and therefore it puts the scalp in a good place. The second thing that you might, but please, when you see people saying, this will make it, that's not true. But it's been around a long time, there's a lot of data behind it, and it is something that doctors prescribe. Then we have fragrance-free products. Now, I talked a lot about the ordinary shampoo that's free of fragrance. It does contain sodium lauryl sulfate. That's the whole SKU of that product, but it's fragrance-free. There's a Neutrogena shampoo that I really enjoy that's fragrance-free that has a very simple formula. I would stay away from things that are fragrance because that can cause inflammation and you may have a sensitivity. And I would also suggest to stay away from things that are very cosmetically, fragrant. So things that are heavily perfumed. And that goes for shampoos and conditioners. So that's as far as products at the drugstore. Then, of course, we have minoxidil, which is a whole thing in itself. It's often known in the brand name as Rogaine. I never know if it's Regain or Rogaine. It's one of those two. And you don't need to correct me. And that is clinically proven to help you retain hair and help the growth cycle. It actually puts more of your hair into the resting phase so that you keep more hair. Google it, have a look at it, it's not for everybody. And then from a medical point of view, something I've had before, and I talk about in my other videos, is PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma, which is where they draw your blood, they centrifuge it, and then they inject the plasma back. I didn't see great results. I've had a couple of cycles of that, but I know that it is helpful for lots of people and it is clinically proven. It's expensive, it's something a doctor needs to do, but it is there. So check out Nizoral if you're worried about scalp health generally, because it will have an impact on that, which can give you, can help in the hair loss, retention, scalp health situation. So to conclude, and let's make it very clear, there is no cosmetic product that you can buy at the drugstore that is going to stop hair falling out or make your hair grow quicker, faster. There just isn't. You can treat the hair that is here and make that stronger, as in give it manageability so it doesn't break. That's what most of those products are talking about. But there are things like avoiding fragrance or using something that addresses scalp health that might help you in your hair fall loss journey. And to add that if you enjoy those products, if you're using something that I, nodding towards one of these cosmetic brands and you really enjoy it, that is brilliant, because at the end of the day, hair care is a very personal thing and enjoying using something is part of the whole well-being strategy, if you like, which is I'm completely here for. But the biggest thing that will have an impact on hair is your lifestyle, your diet, and your hormones, because hormones are very powerful, etc, etc. If you've enjoyed this video, you know exactly what to do. You liking it, sharing it with a friend means that more people will see it, and that's brilliant. Have you used something that's really helped hair fall? I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments. Or, are you a hair professional and you've got clients that are experiencing more hair loss? I know that I certainly have had more clients over the last few years, and I feel for those people, because as someone that's suffered with male pattern baldness myself but is at peace with it, it can be very, very distressing. So I feel for anybody that is experiencing that. That's it for this time. A huge thank you for watching this. You will take lots of care, and I'll see you all in the next one.